Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sherman D. Manning. I'm joining you live from Los Angeles, California. All of you who have been complaining, well, most people say they enjoyed the sit-down interview I had with Donald Trump and Clint Eastwood the other day, but they didn't like the lighting and they didn't like the audio. So my little sister said, get your cameraman back. Well, Izzy is back today, and I'm glad to have him. Let me take this opportunity to thank publicly the best friend I have on the planet, Peter Andrist in Switzerland, his beautiful wife Catherine, and their two kids, Felix Alexander and Philip Michael. I want to thank Bob Blazier, Chairman of the Democratic Party, John Burton, who stood with me throughout my entire trial. I dare not take what you did for me for granted. I love you, John. Pastor Kenneth Pitchford over at Greater Hopewell Baptist Church, Apostle Rollis, Brandon Kelly, my good friend, Daniel Lopez, etc. To everybody who has been of any support to me as I've made my way through this journey and continue to do what it is that I feel that I'm called to do. I want to thank you very, very much. All of the text messages and emails, I may not get back with you immediately, but I read every one of them. I promise you that. I wanted to say today that as President Obama begins to make his transition and is about to leave office, and as we hope Hillary Clinton comes in and takes the baton, I am proud of President Obama. I still remember what it was like when in Chicago he said that it has been a long time coming, but tonight change has come to America. And I certainly believe that with his presidency, change was ushered in. For all of us, for all of those who believe in God, I want to remind you that the Bible says the last shall be first and the first shall be last. You can't explain how a community organizer can walk all the way from the streets of Chicago to the highest office in the land. A guy with a funny name like Barack, a last name like Obama, the middle name Hussein, and he made it to the White House. It is absolutely amazing. But I was remembering the other day that God disrupted the entire economy of Egypt to get one wrongly convicted prisoner, Joseph, who was in prison for a sex crime that he did not commit, from the prison to the princehood. He became the Prince of Egypt, from the prison to the palace. And I thought about when President Obama ran for president. If you recall, the economy was in a disarray. It's like the world economy was about to go off the cliff. The entire banking system of the United States of America was about to fail. And John McCain did not have a clue. He was clueless. And it reminded me that I believe God disrupted the entire economy of the United States of America to get President Obama into office. How else could he have won? John McCain had all the credentials. He's a United States Senator, had been there for more than 2 decades, a patriot, a hero, a war hero. And this community organizer that nobody knew came along and beat him and whipped his behind. God disrupted the entire economy to get Mr. Obama into the White House. And as he gets ready to leave, I want to say to him, thank you for the things that you have done. Thank you for the things that you did. And please keep in mind that there are a lot of people who are coming out of prisons in this country. There are people who have made mistakes and they need a second chance and a third chance and sometimes a fourth chance. And I hope that Mr. Obama will continue to do some work in that area and help us to make this country better, because 800,000 people get out of prisons every year in this country. And if they have nowhere to go and nothing to do, they're going to become sicker, slicker, and they'll return to prison quicker. I was talking to a woman the other day and she asked me to give her one reason why she should be concerned about what goes on in prisons. I told her that I could give her 800,000 reasons, and that is the guys who are getting out and coming to that neighborhood. I also want to say to Mr. Obama, you don't know how hard prisoners had it when you were running for president and when you won. I remember Folsom State Prison, guys like Jimmy McCartney, a racist Klansman, guys like Mr. Rowe, people like Joseph Stratton, Sergeant Stratton, as a matter of fact. His father is George Stratton. He was a chief deputy warden. These guys hated your guts. I could not believe the kind of racism that is concentrated in areas like Folsom, California, and other parts of this country. But the prison guards, I often said that if Mr. Obama ever decided to come to Folsom State Prison, I would tell the Secret Service not to bring him, because I believe the guards would have hung him. That is why I wrote the book, Why They Hate Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, this is still the greatest country on the face of the planet. And these races that are coming out of the woodwork to support a buffoon, a narcissistic Looney Tune like Donald Trump, they are in the minority. And I want you to continue to understand Even though you hear them yelling and you see them screaming, they are on their last leg. Many of them are going to die out. Some of them are going to corrupt themselves. Some of them are going to corrode. Whatever it takes for them to leave, they'll leave. This is live television, so you'll forgive the cars in the background and the talking. But I wanted to say to Mr. Obama, I think you've done a tremendously excellent job, and I hope that you will continue to believe in the dream that you had and the vision that you had when you came to the White House, and know that many of us are very, very proud of you. I was talking to two of my white Republican friends the other day who admitted to me that Mr. Obama has been a great president. And to America and to the world, to anybody who's watching out there, I say that he's the greatest president in the history of this country. No other president has faced partisanship plus racism. He faced more opposition than Bill Clinton ever faced. And I just hope that Mrs. Clinton will come into office and continue the things that he started, such as the Supreme Court Justice he has nominated. I hope she will get him confirmed, and I hope she will continue with health care. I hope she will continue to revamp America's criminal justice system and our judicial system, because the criminal justice system in this country today is criminal and there's not very much justice. Email me at shermandmanning@gmail.com. Pray for me. God bless you. Keep the faith. Keep hope alive.